and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the timed event with Heart of the Deep. It says it wants me to wait until the following day, 8 to 10. So I will do just that. I have a feeling there might be a, little bit of dialogue or something when I do this. Oh, it just jumped right into a cutscene.
Looks like we're a few people short today.
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and focus on writing poems, so he'll join us later.
Okay.
Noelle has other duties today, so she asked me to tell everyone not to wait up for her.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. What about Kelly Roy, though? She said she'd be here. I got here really early, but I haven't seen her yet.
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua Marsh during my morning training.
Oh, really?
She looked a little upset, so I didn't want to disturb her.
Upset? Oh no! What should we do? Was it something we said last night? Oh, Paimon's worried.
We should go find her.
I agree. If she's run into some kind of trouble, I'd like to help her.
Huh? You're all going? Then I'm coming too.
Shall we start with the bridge? We're all here a little early, so there should be time.
Good idea. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Heart of the Deep has started. So, how far away is this place? It's not too far from here. Just run all the way there. But she's not there.
Oh, so this is the place? We ran into her here yesterday, too. She looked like something was weighing on her mind then as well.
It's also not far from where we were dropping those leaves.
Huh. Leaves?
Oh, she's the one who left the original leaf.
Oh, right. We were so busy matching couplets we forgot to mention.
That or the old man is the one who left the original leaf. One of the two. You tell everyone about your inspiration walk yesterday.
Interesting.
I was wondering how that would play into all this.
I wonder, could Miss Callie Roy have been the one who wrote that poem on the leaf?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? What makes you say that?
Oh, sorry. Nothing. Well, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, I guess. It's just, that poem on the leaf kinda gave me the same feeling as when I saw her yesterday. So much sadness.
Now that you mention it, this is upstream from where we found the poem.
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Another leaf!
Oh, really?
Wow, you're right! And this one has writing on it too! After that leaf!
Okay, wait, do we actually have to chase it down? Oh, that's funny. Is it actually floating away in the water? Or is it gonna just stay in one spot? Okay, it's not floating away. I probably should have used Ayaka for this.
Why does it have to float so quickly?
Oh, is it? Oh, wait. It's actually further away now. Let's get back up onto land. A little bit safer that way. Oh, some hilly churls. I'm going to avoid those. I still don't see it. Like...
Can't you just fly over and grab it? But Paimon can't swim. What if Paimon accidentally falls into the water?
That's a fair point, I suppose. Aether really should get her to learn how to swim. Unless, of course, she's just faking it. In which case, she's really dedicated to faking it. Okay, can I get it from over here?
It stopped.
Oh.
No! Whew. We finally caught it.
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed out?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it says.
Poem on Fallen Leaf. The desires remain, but the time is past. The boy by the springs grows frail too fast. But when dreams flow to fruition, where streams join the sea, we'll journey on in endless reverie.
Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. She must have picked up one of our leaves. Spring. Young boy. It's looking a lot like Callie Roe was the one who wrote this. She seems to care a lot about that story, huh? Actually, when Paimon first saw her, Paimon was wondering, do you think... Is it possible that...
Thank you, Paimon.
Uh...
She noticed it too. Anyways, let's just focus on finding her first.
Based on the current and accounting for wind strength, everyone, please follow me.
Where are we going now? All the way that way? Wow, that's quite a ways away.
This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Callie Roe! Callie Roe!
Okay. Right over here. I almost ran into that big guy right there. Don't want to fight him. Oh, she's surrounded by hilly churls. Wonderful.
She's surrounded by hilly churls! Let's go save her! Let's play!
Somehow Paimon predicted what I was going to say.
Whirling snow!
Anyways. These are easy enough to defeat.
Callie Roe, are you okay?
Yeah, she's a hydroidolin, alright.
What's that? It's a huge water droplet.
Oh.
This is exactly what I
Yeah.
saw the other day.
A large water droplet. Kelly, yeah.
Huh? Why are you all looking at me like that? Oh no, my body, is it?
That voice is definitely Callie Roy's.
How did this happen? Please wait a moment.
The water droplet turns back into Callie Roe.
Oh no, did I use up too much energy?
How did you... What's going on here? Miss Callie Roe, are you some kind of adeptus?
No, I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long. Actually, I'm an Oceanid who
Oh, yeah.
flowed here from Fontaine long ago.
I keep calling them hydroidolin, but Oceanid, however you say it, is the other form that they take, right? After they've, like, you know, evolved, whatever you want to call it.
What's an Oceanid?
Ah, the Grandmasters mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after the Archon died and settled across the world.
Really?
That's correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I can't even completely recall how I found myself here. I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall clearly anything I saw on my journey. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and couldn't even sustain a physical form. Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly began to regain my power.
Springvale. Is that in,
Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through there is clear and pure, just like the hearts of the people who dwell there.
I'm trying to think, is that in Mondstadt?
So you're the Spring Fairy of Springvale? Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often came to the spring at night to speak with me. Really? You're not messing with me, are ya?
I always thought that was just a local legend.
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one? Its name is Bubbles, is it not? Yep! All those childhood memories. So they weren't just a dream. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves...
The moonlight flows like silken honey. The boy by the spring grows old and frail.
I see. So you were the ones who found my leaf. Well, you are correct. The Spring Fairy and Heart of Clear Springs is me. No wonder you were asking us so many questions about it. So, the boy from the story... is Finch.
Finch.
I always loved listening to people's dreams. And still do, to this day.
I wish I remembered who Finch was, but I'm sure that he's from Springvale or something.
Whether they're beautiful, sad, or filled with emotions I couldn't understand at the time. One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell from his face were more fragile than a moonbeam, and purer than the morning dew. I like humans and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted to make sense of the feelings contained in his tears that were then a mystery to me.
And so you became friends.
Yes, we often met under the stars, sharing our stories with one another. Sometimes we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the first bird chirping from the boughs, or the first cicada of summer.
Aw, that sounds lovely.
But one day, just like the book says, I saw an emotion in Finch's eyes that I couldn't reciprocate. I felt out of my depth, in uncharted waters. But I knew all too well that we Lockfolk face a very different fate from that of humans. Whatever was happening, I didn't want it to lead to Finch writing a chapter of his life that he would later come to regret.
Lockfolk.
So, I fled, and never appeared before him again.
Oh, Callie Roy.
My strength returns very slowly, and even after decades, I can only sustain a physical form for a very short time. I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on, and meet me when the stars in the night sky have all gone out. But after seeing so many people's stories, and hearing about all their dreams, I have gradually come to understand Finch's heart. This feeling of wanting to respond to his feelings is surging relentlessly in my chest, and I can no longer restrain it. But I'm also scared. Scared that if I go and see him now, I'll bring nothing but disappointment, and even more pain when it comes time to part.
Oh.
It really is a difficult choice.
Please go see him.
Huh?
I don't know.
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. When I was struggling to learn how to draw maps, he was always encouraging me, telling me not to give up, always keep trying, and get out there and have some adventures. He often tells me stories about his past, but I've never once seen a look of regret or sadness in his face. And even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands there by the spring, every day, as if he's waiting for something. I believe that he's serious about his feelings for you, Miss Callie Roy. He's never stopped hoping that he'll see you again one day. So if you want to see him too, then what are you waiting for?
Wow, Mika, that was great. I didn't know you had it in you.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit too excited and I just thought, well, it just sort of came out.
I understand. That settles it. I've decided. I will go back and see Finch.
You will? Amazing! That's great!
But I'd like to ask all of you for some help.
I figured as much.
Sure. Just say the word. We'll help you any way we can.
Would you come to Springvale with me and help to bring Finch to my side? I cannot maintain this form for much longer, and I'm worried others will see me how I was just before.
Leave it to me. I'm really close with Grandpa Finch.
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't want Springvale's tranquil waters to become agitated on account of all this.
Don't worry.
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone. That's a promise.
Great. I can't thank you all enough.
What's wrong? Are you gonna turn back into a water droplet?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, I'm still worried that I won't have the words when the time comes.
I have an idea. Write him a poem.
A poem?
All the things you hide deep inside your heart, everything you never had the chance to say.
Okay, good idea. I'll write him a poem, and it will be called Heart of Clear Springs.
Okay. So now, off to Springvale we go. Been a long time since we went there.
you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared that I won't be able to maintain this form much longer.
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Callie Roe. I'll go fetch Grandpa Finch.
Hopefully you can move fast enough.
Take it slow, Diona. Finch isn't a young man anymore. He's not as steady on his feet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I can still hold on a bit longer.
Okay, stay strong. You can do it.
Let's talk to them.
How are you holding up? Would you like some support, Miss Callie Roy?
You can also lean on Paimon if you need.
Thank you, all of you.
How about Chungyun?
How are you holding up?
Oh, it doesn't say anything.
Thank you.
Let's collect that blue frog, and then continue on over to the town. Oh, he's right there in front of the spring.
Grandpa Finch!
Is that Diona? You're back early today.
Today's your special day, Grandpa Finch. Can you come with me?
Oh? Well, where are we going?
Over there, to the waterfall.
Did you catch a nice little fishy?
Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your father that I'd go to...
Grandpa Finch!
All right. All right. No need to get worked up. I'm right behind you.
That's more like it. Now come on, I'll help you.
Draft's daughter is just like him when she's on a mission.
Okay, cool. We didn't have to actually escort him.
Over here! Over here! It's okay, Grandpa Finch. Take your time.
What's all this? What are all these people doing here? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not mistaken. You do know that today's not my birthday, don't you?
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong-Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and... well, there's someone we'd like to introduce you to.
Finch.
That voice. Callie Roe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, I remember. I remember all right. How could I ever forget? Although your appearance is different than I recall. Back then, you looked like you'd stepped right out of a fairy tale. But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can change forms. But in your eyes, I'm probably the one who's changed beyond all recognition.
Oh, even after all these years, you still know just what to say to make me laugh.
I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night. There have been times when I've wondered whether it really was all a dream.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long. It's been but the blink of an eye, really.
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now? Well, of course. I'd be delighted to listen. I'll hang on every word that leaves your lips.
In that case, let me read you a story about the Spring Fairy.
Oh, neat.
Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now, I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now, I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago. It really has been a long, old time, hasn't it?
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem, it explains everything.
Thank you, Finch. Please, take this.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed from my own power. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long it'll be before I can change back into human form again. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected, no matter the distance between us. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if you call me, I will meet you in your dreams.
The true heart of Clear Springs.
Oh, it's so romantic.
Shh.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? This is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever want to wake up again.
Huh? Don't say that.
I'm only joking. It seems that you still have much to learn.
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly Rowie look so happy. Oh, what a perfect moment.
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me. I've never forgotten you either.
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever annoying?
Of course not. You are one of the truest friends I have in the entire world. That's why I gave you your gift, so that a part of me could always be with you.
Oh, she's the one who made it so that she is really good at making drinks, huh?
Huh?
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients a blessing from this water spirit?
Wow.
And if so, is it also possible that my pure yang spirit is a gift from some being?
Yeah, it's definitely possible, which means that somebody cursed Bennett.
My physical form is about to disappear.
That's my guess anyways.
Finch,
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you or deciding to talk to you that night. Not once. All these long years. Not for a single moment.
It probably goes without saying, but neither have I.
Although it was different from in the stories. That fateful night, I never gave you that kiss. This gift that represents my promise and my love. I give it to you now.
Paimon, close your eyes.
Huh?
At moments like this, it's only polite to close your eyes.
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But Paimon didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Grandpa Finch.
Don't worry now. She hasn't gone far. Just like she said, she'll always be one with the spring. By our side and in our dreams.
Yeah, that was neat. Let's go back to the event venue now, like it's telling us to do.
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks like you're in much better spirits than before. Hootow's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthology. She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. By which I assume she meant she eagerly anticipates receiving everyone's freestyle poetry submissions to help her close the deal.
Where have you all been? I've been waiting here forever.
Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature. And with any luck, I'll bet they heard some fine poetry along the way.
Tone deaf, Bard! Does this mean that right from the start you...
Oh, Paimon, we promised.
Oh, right from the start, you said you would treat us to a nice meal.
Huh? Did I?
I think this is worth a meal.
Very well. Since the traveler agrees, then it looks like I can't escape this time. Diona, dear Diona, could I trouble you to fix us a couple of your delicious beverages?
You wish. All right. Well, normally I'd never agree, but since I happen to be in a good mood today...
Huh? So, just what have you guys been up to all this time? Why does it feel like there are some unspoken words hanging in the air here that everyone is privy to but myself?
Really? Must be the breeze. You're reading way too much into it.
Yeah, that's right. We're just, taking a walk. Inspiration walk, since it worked so well last time.
So even Mika's in on it?
Yeah, I knew he wasn't fooling him.
Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunted house recently that you'll definitely want to check out. I'm
Oh,
willing
wow.
to bet that even your pure yang spirit won't be able to scare off these demons.
Bribery, huh?
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. And I'm
Oh,
starting to
well.
think that maybe this pure yang spirit isn't such a bad thing after all.
Huh? What the? What's gotten into you? Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans. Something big definitely went down here.
It would have been really interesting if they had Bennett with us for that. Wait a second. To be continued, what? So I've completed all of the story segments for it. I've gotten everything here. And I've completed all of the side
Boats are
activities
made for
too,
travel.
right? Yeah, all of those are completed, all of those, and all of those. So why did it say to be continued?
Commodities back and forth.
Huh, maybe they're going to do another timed event that continues this. But we didn't get to say goodbye to Hoot How, which is a little bit surprising. Anyways, before I end this video, I am going to start this up very fast. Like I said in the previous video, I may end up doing this off camera, you know, like all the side activities related to this particular timed event because, I mean, it might just be domain stuff, but we'll see. The peaks and troughs of life. You encounter a very nervous researcher by the shore in the southeast of Beryl region. He seems to be testing a small prototype device. So let's go to the quest, wherever it might be. All the way over there. Okay. Oh, this is in Fontaine. Yeah, it's definitely a domain, but maybe I might do at least one of them on camera. And maybe all of them, I don't know. Last, core output is still too inconsistent. My project is done for if it goes on like this. What are you doing? Ah! You scared me! It could have turned messy had I pushed this button. Judging by your look, you're not from the Adventurers Guild. Did you publish a commission with the guild? No. I don't have the money for that, and I'm no good at dealing with adventurers. I'm just collaborating on a project with the Adventurers Guild. Oops, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Macadel, a researcher with the Fontaine Research Institute. The project I worked on was the portable mini pneumosia storage device. Thanks to the combined efforts of my fellow team members, we built the first prototype. Then, well, like everyone knows, a huge explosion occurred at the Institute. The project leader and most of the members of the project team perished in the blast. Yikes. Apart from me, there's basically nobody else who can continue the work and push the research forward. But, given the turmoil within the Institute, I must demonstrate its value as soon as possible in order to keep the project alive. So, after consulting with all parties, the Adventurers Guild and I reached an accord. I wanted to use the prototype portable mini pneumosia storage device as a core to create a pressurized impactor. I wanted to use the operational performance of the pressurized impactors to prove the portable mini pneumosia storage device's reliability. And I did successfully build the machine and began operating it. Sounds like everything went fine. Ha ha ha, yes, indeed. Until the pressurized impactor started running. I get a headache every time I talk about this. I have no idea if the problem is with the prototype's design or flaws in the pressurized impactor's method of energy transfer. The power going from the portable mini pneumosia storage device to the pressurized impactor always fluctuated wildly, and that made the impactor's output unpredictable as well. When the output is high, this machine can easily crush rocks, but when the output is low, even drilling a hole in mud is challenging. Given the situation with the Institute, it was basically impossible for me to go back and rebuild the portable mini pneumosia storage device. I could only install an extra surveillance device on the prototype to monitor the strength of its energy output in real time. I just have to activate the pressurized impactor when the output is at its highest peak to maximize the potential. That's way too convoluted, yeah, sure. But that's the best and cheapest solution I can think of. What else can I do? The Adventurers Guild is probably thinking the same thing. That's why they haven't sent anyone yet. What are we going to do? If we don't have the test data, I can't report back to the Institute. Traveler, if you don't mind, could you help me out? I assure you, my device is totally reliable. I even made a bunch of plugins for it that can enhance its various functionalities. What if I can't get the timing right? It's okay. The worst scenario is that it doesn't have enough output. It won't blow up or anything. All you have to do is wait for the next energy peak, then turn the machine on and get it on to get the maximum output. Relax, traveler. This machine is totally safe, and After the test is over, I'll even pay you. Then I'll leave it to you, my future and the future of this machine, and my future place in this project. It's all in your hands. Okay. Each of the test stages for the peaks and troughs of life consist of 3 combat rounds. A party must be prepared for each combat round. The more of your own characters you deploy, and the higher their levels, the more load you have. Consume load to equip parties with buff modules. The same buff modules can be used in different parties, so basically, I want as many of my own characters, right? You can use the pressurized impactors within the test to activate the buff modules you choose. Activated buff modules will stay active for a while. Use the pressurized impactor again to refresh the active duration. Activating the pressurized impactor will initiate 3 pressure increases. When this happens, you must stop the pressure increase at the right moment to achieve the perfect amount of pressure. When the pressurized impactor's pressure increases, the more perfect pressurization you obtain, the greater the pressure level of the shockwave unleashed, and the greater the damage said shockwave will deal. There are 3 levels and 3 damage brackets in total. This is going to be a weird one, isn't it? So, they want you to... How many of these are unlocked? Oh wow, almost all of them are unlocked. Let me just go ahead and check out this. So they want you to set up 3 different teams, and the idea is to have as many of your own characters as possible for the sake of buffing them, right? Like being able to get better buffs. So I need at least one character to be able to even look at the buffs. Wait a second. Oh. I need at least one character in each group. So let's go ahead and set it up like that for right now. Then look at the buff modules that I have access to. So I only have 180, and that means that I can't really equip everything that I want to equip. So let's go back over to the character selection and figure this out. So while trying to figure out who to add, I realized that you can actually pick the same characters for the same, for all 3 groups. So I decided, why not? I don't really need some of these buffs anyways. So this one right here and this one right here are good. And then from there, I can, I now know where my thinking went wrong. Okay. Let's, do it like this. Yeah. That's all of my points spent. Let's go ahead and start somehow. Yeah, I don't really care about that stuff.
There's no stabilize.
I'm not worried at all.
Take flight.
These enemies are all weak anyways. Could I have increased their
Think you can get away?
levels or something, like chosen a higher difficulty? I didn't notice a higher difficulty. Because these enemies are really weak. Like, surprisingly so. Let's... Oh. Okay. That worked out just fine.
Have a taste of this.
Whirling snow.
Let's get rid of her very fast. This is actually pretty cool. I actually like that a lot.
Another test.
Let's gather them up.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourselves.
Hold the line.
Take flight.
So... Okay.
Another test. This is order.
I'll wipe out more of them. I wish I knew how many
Think
points
you
I
can get
needed
away?
to claim
Let's
everything.
play.
Then I'd know whether or not I'm doing a good job or not. I didn't actually think to look for the amount of points I would need. But even if I don't get all the prizes
Here
this
we go.
time,
Brace yourselves.
it'll be fine because I probably will do
My apologies.
most of these off camera anyways. Let's do that, that, and that. I might be able to get that in one more time.
Another
Darn. I wasn't able to, but it's fine. There's still a couple more rounds to go. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead and get rid of this first group right off the bat. No need to hold back. That's actually really easy.
You can get away.
At first when I saw that, I was a little bit worried that it would be difficult to pull off, but it's... I haven't actually missed it even once yet.
Whirling snow.
Despite the fact that one of those times I think that it actually froze for a second.
Brace yourselves.
Wow.
Take flight.
Either this is a really easy challenge, or you need a lot of points. One of the two, because I've already got 3,395 points. And I don't know. Usually you don't need that many points. Let's hope that I get the next buff. Not buff, but yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Buff module activated, it said.
Take flight.
Nope.
Order
Here.
guide you.
Let's stun the both of them.
Hold the line.
Okay. Get rid of these two as well with this. Yeah, this has been really easy.
This is order.
Yeah, I'm almost at the third round.
Rest and rebuild. My apologies.
Okay, final round. Let's do this. You know what? Let's get rid of them with this ridiculously overpowered ability. I mean, it's not necessary for most of these enemies, but some of them are just strong enough where it warrants doing it just to finish them off slightly faster.
Stabilize.
Hold the line. Whirling snow.
Well, take this. Come on. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, big guys coming up and going down. Wow.
Take flight.
Order guide you.
I've got still a minute left, so I should be able to get over 7,000. I think. Could be wrong. We'll see.
This is order. Stabilize.
Hold the line. Whirling snow. Embrace the ice.
Only 20 more seconds left. This guy should be easy to get rid of, right? Yeah. Okay, you know what? Get rid of these guys very fast. They're a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I got over 7,000, just like I thought. And I should be able to get rid of this last group before time is up. Since the timer does stop during this little, that little thing. Cool. I got the silver trophy. Only the silver. Let me see, can I... Yeah, you can claim them from here. Wow. You need to get over 20,000 points to be able to claim everything. I mean, I don't really mind because they give you the best prize as the very first, you know, like the lowest score that you need. 80 Primo Gems. I mean, 80 Primo Gems is very nice. And then they have you get these ridiculously high scores for these crappy prizes. I mean, Who really cares about this? Look how many of these things I have. 7,016. Look how many of these I have. 5,344. I mean, come on. I have more of the 3-star version than the 2-star version. They're the same type of item. But it's just ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, this is where I'm going to be ending this video. Thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I will be doing the Archon quest. Like I said, I'm probably going to just finish this timed event completely off camera. I did like what I played. But, yeah, you get the basic idea from what I already just did, just now. So, anyways, yeah. Thanks again. See you next time, and bye-bye.